In the wee hours of the morning, December 14th, in the year of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, 2017, we reached over 19,000 subscribers in a sudden uptick. Notice the sharp rise on the graph. I was awakened by the alert in the app, and when I opened the Comments tab in Creator Studio, I found this absolute gem of a rambling rant that just struck every chord and pinged every nerve in my patriotic, God-loving spirit that I just had to immortalize it here with a video that is destined for perpetual virality. Some of the rant that follows is paraphrased by the writer from one of the classic rants by the late George Carlin, one of the best political satirists ever to take the comedic stage. As I read and record this directly from the rant posted in the comments, I will try to impart the emotion and feeling I perceive from the writer. Okay, this is from the comments section. A post by Love First titled American Bullshit. Part 1. Some people are really fucking stupid. Did you ever notice how many really stupid people you run into during the day? Damn, there's a lot of stupid bastards walking around. Carry a little pad and pencil with you, you'll wind up with 30 or 40 names by the end of the day. Look at it this way. Think how stupid the average person is, and then realize that half of them are stupider than that, and it doesn't take you very long to spot one of them, does it? Takes you about 8 seconds. You'll be listening to some guy, and you say, this guy is fucking stupid. You can say what you want about this country, and I love this place. I love the freedoms we used to have. Loved it. I loved that. I loved it when it didn't take a fucking catastrophe to care for one another. I love the fact that we were on camera all the time from all angles, but you can say what you want about America, and I say I love this place. I wouldn't have it any other way. Wouldn't live in any other time in history and any other place. But say what you want about America. Land of the free, home of the brave. We got some dumbass motherfuckers floating around this country. Dumbass motherfuckers. These people are efficient, professional, compulsive consumers. It's their civic duty, consumption. Mr. New National Pastime. Fuck baseball or football, it's consumption. The only true lasting American value that left buying things. Buying things. That's right. People spending money they don't have on things they don't need so they can max out their credit cards and spend the rest of their lives paying 18% interest on something that cost $12.50, and they didn't even like it when they got it home anyway. Not too bright, folks. Not too fucking bright. But if you talk to one of them about it, if you isolate one of them and sit them down rationally and you talk to them about low IQs, the dumb behavior, and the bad decisions, right away they start talking about education. That's the big answer to everything. Education, they say, we need more money for education. We need more books, more teachers, more classrooms, more schools. But we need more testing for the kids. They say, oh, well, we tried all of that, and the kids still can't pass the test, so don't worry about that. We're going to lower the passing grades. That's why they do now in those schools. Now they lower the passing grades so more kids can pass. More kids pass, and the school looks good, and everybody's happy. The IQ of the country slips under the 2 or 3 points, and pretty soon you'll need to get into college as a fucking pencil. Got a pencil? Get the fuck in there. It's physics. Then everyone wonders why 17 other countries graduate more scientists than we do. Living in a coast-to-coast shopping mall, well, they think it's just fucking dandy. They think it's cool as can be because Americans love the mall. They love the mall. That's where they get to satisfy their 2 most prominent addictions at the same time, shopping and eating. Millions of semi-conscious Americans day after day shuffling through the malls, shopping and eating. Especially eating Americans love to eat. They are fatally attracted to the slow death of fast food, folks. Living in this country, you're bound to know that every time you're exposed to advertising, you realize once again that America's leading industry, America's most profitable business, is still the manufacture, packaging, distribution, and marketing of bullshit. High quality, grade A, prime cut, pure American bullshit. And the sad part is that most people seem to have been indoctrinated to believe that bullshit only comes from certain places, certain sources, advertising, politics, or salesmen. But not true. Bullshit is everywhere. Bullshit is rampant. Parents are full of shit. Teachers are full of shit. Clergymen are full of shit. And law enforcement people are full of shit. This entire country is completely full of shit and always has been from the Declaration of Independence to the Constitution of the Star-Spangled Banner. It's still nothing more than one big steaming pile of red, white, and blue American bullshit. Because think of how we started. Think of that. This country was founded by a group of slave owners who told us all men are created equal. Oh yeah, all men except for Indians and niggers and women, right? I always like to use that authentic American language. This is a small group of unelected white males and holding slave owners who also suggested their class be the only one allowed to vote. Now that is what's known as being stunningly and embarrassingly full of shit. I think Americans really showed their ignorance when they say they want their politicians to be honest. What are these fucking stupid people talking about? Yeah, tell the truth. Don't be bullshitting people like I said. There's enough bullshit as it is. In fact, there's just enough. Did you know that? There's just enough bullshit to hold things together in this country. Bullshit is the glue that binds us as a nation. Where would we be without our safe, familiar American bullshit? Land of the free, home of the brave, the American dream. All men are created equal. Justice is blind. The press is free. Part 2. Your vote counts. Business is honest. The good guys win. The police are on your side. God is watching over you. Your standard of living will never decline. And everything is going to be just fine. The official national bullshit story. I call it the American okey doke. That's what they do with that kind of stuff. They put it in the heads of kids. They pound it in there because the kids they know are too young to be able to mount a sophisticated argument against these kind of ideas. Up to a certain age, by the way, kids are going to believe everything a grown-up tells them. Everything. So they took kids who never learned to question things. Nobody questions things in this country anymore. Why are people too fat and happy and people are way too fucking prosperous for their own good? Everyone's got a cell phone, internet, and free shipping now, so everyone wants to rock the boat and people are just a gizmo. Americans have been silenced, bought off and silenced, and gizmos and toys, and as a result, no one ever learns to question things in this country anymore. No one questions things. War, disease, death, destruction, hunger, filth, poverty, torture, crime, and corruption. Something is definitely wrong. Things that are pissing me off because I don't have pet peeves. I have major psychotic fucking hatreds, okay? And it makes the world a lot easier to sort out. You know what would be great for a guy like me? Just to be in a coma. Wouldn't that be great? Nothing to do all day. You just crap out and breathe through a fucking tube. They feed you through a tube. There's nothing to do. Or you could talk about being a couch potato. That's it, man. No phone calls coming in. Nobody dropping by unexpectedly. And if they do drop by, you're completely unaware of it because you're in a fucking coma and you're practically clinically dead. And you don't have to listen to their stupid shit and be blamed on the baby boomers. Something else I'm a little tired of hearing about baby boomers. Whiny, narcissistic, self-indulgent people with a simple philosophy. Gimme it. It's mine. Gimme that. It's mine. These people were given everything. Everything was handed to them, and they took it all. Took it all. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and stayed loaded for 20 years and had a free ride. But now they are staring down the barrel of a middle-aged burnout, and they don't like it. They don't like it, so they turn self-righteous and they want to make things hard on their younger people. They tell them to abstain from sex, say no to drugs. As for rock and roll, they sold that for television commercials a long time ago, so they could buy pasta machines and Stairmasters and soybean futures. They are cold-blooded, bloodless people, and it's in their slogans, in their rhetoric. No pain, no gain. Just do it. Life is short. Play hard. Shit happens. Deal with it. Get a life. These people went from do your own thing to just say no. They went from love is all you need to whoever winds up with the most toys wins. And they went from cocaine to Rogaine. Airport security is a stupid idea. It's a waste of money. And it's only there for one reason, to make the white people feel safe. That's all the illusion they're feeling, and delusion of safety, because the authorities know they can't make an airplane completely safe. Too many people have access. You'll notice the drug smugglers don't seem to have a lot of trouble getting their little packages on board, do they? No, and God bless them too. As far as I'm concerned, all of this airport security, all the searches, the screenings, the cameras, the questions, just one more way to reducing your liberty and reminding you they can fuck you anytime they want as long as you put up with it. Which means, of course, anytime they want, because that's what Americans do now. They're always willing to trade away a little of their freedom in exchange for the illusion of security. What we have now is a completely neurotic population obsessed with security and safety and crime and drugs and cleanliness and hygiene and germs. There's another thing, germs. Where did all this sudden fear of germs come from in this country? Have you noticed this? The media is constantly running stories about the latest infections, salmonella, E. coli, hantavirus, bird flu, and the Americans, they panic easily now, so everyone is running around scrubbing this and spraying that and overcooking their food and repeatedly washing their hands trying to avoid all contact with germs. It's ridiculous, and it goes with ridiculous lengths. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got, because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The real owners, the big wealth business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets, and they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. Autographed hardcover special edition copy of Land of Childhood's Fears will be sent to you for a $100 donation. You can get the book from Amazon or buy it directly from the publisher at lulu.com. Links are in the description section.